Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Autumn Embers and welcome today as I am building an eco micro home. So last week I wasn't really feeling myself at all, so I thought I would be kind to myself and sort of like cheer myself up by buying the Tiny Stuff Living Pack, or whatever it's called, and I thought I should buy that for myself, like an early birthday present to myself. And I was all ready to go. I had my own card in my hand, and since I was too busy focusing on what was going inside my own head and not what was going on the screen, and so all I saw was, "Are you sure? Do you want to purchase this pack?" I was like, "Yeah, okay. Let me into my details. Yeah, sure." But I looked up and it was actually the screen where it said, "Thank you for your order. We have sent a confirmation letter or thingy to your email address." Like, what? I haven't entered my details. What do you mean? And so it came to the conclusion that it went through my sister's card, which is absolutely fine. But I didn't want my sister to pay for it because I wanted to pay for it for myself. And it just means I have to pay the tenner to my sister, but I was like, oh crap, it's gone through my sister's account and not mine. I was feeling so flipping guilty about this mistake because I was just all locked inside my own head. And so I sat there for about a couple of minutes going, oh my god, what have I done? I've sent it through my sister's account and not my own. I was just sitting there really guilty. Then just said to myself, look, you got it now, it's done, you can just repay her back, give her the tenner when you next see her, and just start building something with it, because I have been wanting to build tiny homes, small homes and micro homes. And so I went on ahead and started building something, and despite me wanting this pack, it was kind of bugging me out because I wanted this pack for so long, and yet for some reason I couldn't figure out how to build a tiny home or a micro home. It wasn't working out. Everything I was building was flat and square and rectangular, and it wasn't what I was wanting, because I was wanting to make like a normal home with all the weird shapes and pop outs, and it wasn't going along. I did go and try ahead and make like a little barn with like a nice farm, because I was in that mood to make something like that, but that wasn't happening. It was just not going well. And so I took a bit of a break, had a Kit Kat, and then just said to myself, okay, let's just try and do like a simple, like an L-shaped home. So I built an L-shaped home finally. After about 2 hours of doing this, I finally made an L-shaped tiny home. I was like, okay, this is great. It's not my best work, but at least it's something. So and I actually put it up quite quickly, so I was like, oh, that was easy, okay. But I was like, it's fine, it's something, it's okay. So I pressed the start button to say stop recording. It turns out I wasn't even recording at all. So that was great. After 2 hours I finally managed to build something, and I wasn't even recording it, so that was brilliant. And then I thought, okay, I might not have recorded it, but at least I know what the like colours for this stuff looks like, and how many tiles you can get away with. For like the kitchen, for example, you can get away with only 3 tiles, and the bathroom is about 5 tiles. So I was like, okay, at least I've learnt some stuff, and let's just go and check out if this layout works. And so I got my sim to cook something in the kitchen, and it is the same hob that I use in pretty much every single one of my builds. And I got this sim here just to cook something in the kitchen, and she's somehow, I don't know how, managed to set the kitchen alight. And I was trying to click on the fire, trying to get my sim to extinguish it, but for some reason the fire would not extinguish. So I just had to sit there and just fast forward time watching the house that I finally built after 2 hours, that I was like so with, to go up in flames along the side with my sim. So I was like, okay, that's just great. So since I'm a stubborn little thing, I decided just to keep on going. I had a drawing that I drew like ages ago, like last year, but I never got around to building it. I decided to go along with that, but instead of focusing on the exterior like I decided to focus on the layout, like, where are things gonna go? So I managed to build like a little cottage, but that I kind of stopped building that because the way it was looking from the outside, the type of wallpaper I was using, I was kind of covering the cottage the same that I would cover other whimsical cottagey places. I was like, no, I've already done this before and I'm not feeling it. So I stopped building that. There is a video of it. I do come round to it and it's all hanky dory because I see it's like a different view on it, and I managed to make a video of it. So I then moved on to another lot in Windenburg, and then just I don't know what happened because throughout this I was looking on Pinterest and nothing was popping up because they were all rectangular builds. I was like, no, I don't want to build a rectangular build. I just want to build something that looks like a normal home with all these indents and pop-outs, but it wasn't happening. But then something came up on Pinterest and it was a modern build, which was great because I was having this sort of like modern itch lately, and but I wasn't really focusing on the exterior. I was looking at the layout. I was like, I absolutely love this layout. This is brilliant. So I went in with a new mindset of this layout, which is providing inspiration, and went in with a new mindset. Okay, so I already know kitchen only takes up 3 tiles, bathroom takes up 5 tiles, and if it's too big, I can make it smaller, and if I go out very far, I need to bring it back in quite deep. So with that new mind frame and this source of inspiration, I was able to make this eco micro home. So at the moment, it is a 31 tiled micro home. For a micro home to be considered as a micro home, it needs to be 32 tiles, so there is 1 tile left. So you can either use that 1 tile to extend the bathroom a little bit, so you can fit in like a bathtub and shower combo. I decided to just put a shower in there because it leaves all the indents all nicely. So it came down to the roofing, so this was the last thing to do. I kind of left the roofing to last because I knew the roofing would make a big impact, especially if you're building like a really flat space. Roofing, we can really turn it around. And there's only really 2 roofing styles when it comes to modern homes, which are sort of like the half wall look, where you just put like a half wall around your build, or you choose these very slopey kind of roof. So I was kind of inspired by some roofing that I did for my 70s build. That is part of my what's it called? Houses Through the Decades, Houses Through the Years series. I can't remember what it's called. It's one of those 2. And for the 70s build, I used these types of roofs. There's 2 separate roofs, but they join right in the middle, but they're at 2 like different angles, if that makes sense. So I kind of use that. You do see me what I mean in a minute. So I kind of use it as inspiration to lift roofs up without it snapping into place. You just hold the Alt key down whilst moving your roof up and down, so you can place it freely. Like here, so you see here we have 2 bits of roof that they meet in the middle, but they are actually at 2 different angles, and that inspiration, like I said, came from my 70s build. And then I remembered there is another little nifty trick you can do with roofs, which is to extend 1 eave at a time, like I'm doing here. To do this little nifty trick, all you have to do is hold your shift key on your keyboard whilst manipulating and changing 1 eave. So you can do stuff like this, and I think it really makes kind of like, oh, that's interesting, oh, how do you do that kind of like look to it, and it makes it, oh, so like that. And so I did that, so that kind of helped. Also with the roofing, I did want to do this during the build, I just forgot, so I actually remembered it as I was going to bed, which is in the living room area where the Murphy bed is. I wanted that section to be sort of like half glass, half not glass. So to do that, you just get 2 bits of roofing that are the same angle and height, and one of them you just stick as a glass and one you just stick as normal, and you put them side by side so they looks like one continuous bit of roof with glass and not glass. I also, this is that part. I don't show you it in the build because, like I said, I had this idea as I was going to bed. With the garden, the reason why this is called like an eco home, because I thought the way I did the garden was so it's like sustainable. Everything your Sims kind of need would be like sustainable. That is not a thing in the game, but I thought that'd be like a nice idea. So in the garden we have sort of like loads of places for your Sims to grow things. We've got like a little greenhouse with a flower station. I don't know how that's sustainable. That it gives your Sims something to do though. We have a little fishing pond so your Sims can cook the fish that they catch in the little fishing pond. It's not an actual solar panel. I was trying to look for solar panels in the live edit objects because I believe we do have some, but I couldn't find them at the time. So I just used the live edit objects from Discover University, and there I found this, I think it's a bike rack type thing, but it kind of looks like solar panels. So I put that over the top of the cabbage patches, which is one of my favourite things to use at the moment. But there are solar panels. I just couldn't find them at the time. They are in the Get Famous live edit object. I think they're at like right at the bottom, but I couldn't find them, so I used this bike rack thing that kind of looks like a thingamajiggy, a solar panel, so I used that instead. Here I'm building the glass house. I got away with it because I didn't put the room is not complete basically. That's how I got away with the tile counting thing, is I didn't really complete the room. So that doesn't count towards the tiles. So this is coming to an end soon. I know I talked very quickly during it because I knew I had a lot to say, because it was a whole stupid thing that I went through that basically took me from start to finish, from the time that I felt guilty buying the pack to me not feeling guilty not so much anymore, to because that's been taken over because I am now feeling stressed out, to about like about 5 hours. Let's just go in the middle, about 5 hours. So here, just quickly, I am putting down some triangle tiles. To get the triangle tiles, you press Ctrl F and that will change your square tile into a triangle tile. I have some people do quite imaginative things with triangle tiles. I didn't do that. That's all like ooh with the triangle tiles. I just got confused. As you can see here, I'm trying to sort of like copy and mirror what I did on the other side. I'm not very good at symmetry. I never was. I got stressed at school and like asked to do symmetry. I just couldn't. My mind could not figure it out. I just don't have that mind. But look, I got this eventually, slowly but surely. I got there. But so thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have enjoyed. I'm just gonna say I really love this build. When I took these screenshots, I just sort of like stared at them because it's like, oh, this is so pretty. I think it also helped that it just took so long to do. So I'm gonna leave you here. Thank you and goodbye.